Boeing's brand new 787 passenger jet is facing some new trouble this morning. Some engine parts fell off during a ground test at the Charleston, South Carolina airport over the weekend.
It forced officials to close the airport for more than an hour. As Sharyl Attkisson reports, this is the latest in a series of setbacks for the high-profile Dreamliner.
The Boeing 787 is supposed to be the leading edge of commercial aviation, one of the most advanced jetliners ever built. But the mishap during Saturday's test once again has raised concerns.
This is extremely unusual to have parts coming off of an engine, particularly a brand new engine.
No one was hurt, but some flights were diverted after the metal debris sparked a grass fire at the airport. And because the engine is already used on other commercial aircraft, the National Transportation Safety Board wants to know what went wrong.
Clearly, if there are issues of design or materials, they'll understand that a lot better when they begin to tear that engine down piece by piece.
Analysts say the 787 is the future of the industry, and with more than 800 aircraft still on order, costing about $200 million apiece, the Dreamliner is enormously important to Boeing's bottom line. In a statement, Boeing said, while the investigation is in its early stages, we are unaware of any operational issue that would present concerns about the continued safe operation of in-service 787s powered by GE engines. But earlier this month, the Japanese airline ANA grounded its Dreamliners when problems were found with those planes' engines, which are manufactured by Rolls-Royce. And in February, Boeing ordered inspections of all 787s after defects in the fuselage were discovered. In fact, a myriad of production problems delayed delivery of the first Dreamliner by 3 years. Still, Mark Rosenker, a former chair of the NTSB, says the testing process is supposed to reveal problems like these, so the flying public shouldn't be too worried.
Despite all of the problems that may have been reported in over the past year, this aircraft is an extremely efficient, extremely safe aircraft.
For CBS This Morning, Sharyl Attkisson, Washington.
CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg is with us here in Los Angeles. Welcome.
Good morning, Charlie.
Good to be in your hometown.
It is.
Oops.
So
That's what I'm thinking. Oops.
Oops.
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Well, what investigators are looking at right now, and it's still too early to speculate exactly what happened, but what they're going to look at are a possible compressor failure on the engine or a turbine blade disintegration. And the reason why they're looking at that is because fan blades in the engine, that's what you actually see when you look at an engine, they don't cause fires, they don't get hot. Turbine blades do. And something blew out the tailpipe on this engine and started that fire. So they'll be looking specifically at that.
But this was a great concept among airliners, was it not?
Oh, it is, because one of the things about the Dreamliner is it's made of completely composite parts, which means that they weigh less. Airlines love that because of fuel costs.
Right.
They can basically design a plane that is pressurized not to 8,000 feet, but to 5,000 feet. So when you actually get off that plane, you actually feel better. So you have a weight issue and a pressurization, and it works.
They seem to be very confident that they have everything under control, Boeing I'm talking about. But should the rest of us be concerned? Because I look at this and go, I don't know, fellas.
You know what? The NTSB does a very thorough job of investigation. This will take between 3 months and a year. And then they're going to make recommendations to the FAA. And what they're going to look at is this a problem with just one engine, or is it systemic with all the engines? As you heard in the earlier report, earlier this month, ANA grounded 5 of their 11 Dreamliners because of problems with their Rolls-Royce engines. So you have engine problems on both planes, on both different types of engines.
So, go ahead.
But that's my point, though, Peter. There seems to be one problem after the other with the Dreamliner.
If you go back and look at the 747, when they first designed the 747, it was late too. I mean, delivery was late, all the component parts late. This is a new generation aircraft. You're going to have to figure it out as you go along. Unfortunately, though, you'd like to have that done before it flies.
But don't I remember a time in which certain Middle East kingdoms came over and took delivery on a bunch of these things?
Well, they've ordered them. There are over 859 of these already on order, so it's a very robust plane.
So, but nobody took delivery?
No, the only 2 airlines that are operating them are ANA,
Right.
All Nippon Airways, and Japan Airlines. The U.S. airlines will start taking delivery of them later this year.
So what's it doing for airline sales and our confidence in the aircraft industry?
As robust as ever, because because when you think about it, we don't have Lockheed anymore, we don't have McDonnell Douglas anymore, it's just Airbus and Boeing, and they're in a big competition to see who's going to sell the most planes between the A350 with Airbus and the 787 with Boeing, so they're both doing quite well.
And so we don't know who's going to win that battle yet?
No, I mean, they're both going to win, actually, because there are only 2 of them left. Yeah. I mean, there's no place to go shopping for airplanes
big enough
anymore.
Market for both.
You bet.
Thank you, Peter. Good to see you.